of the 12 Days of Bookmas, and I am Kristi, hanging here live from Houston, Texas in my winter wonderland, which in Houston, it never snows. So this is as good as it gets, but I will take it, let me tell you. So yesterday you heard from Sarah about a few gifts that might be perfect for your learners who are writers. And today I'm going to give you a few book ideas for anyone in your house who is young or young at heart. So I'm going to be talking about middle grade books. As a middle grade English teacher, I run across this question a lot, and there are so many wonderful books out there for all ages, really. But when you're looking for that middle grade, which is about like ages 8 to 12, 13, there's a plethora to choose from. So it can be very overwhelming in order to narrow it down to the perfect choice. Of course, you have to take into consideration who you're buying for. Do they like fantasy, contemporary, science fiction? The list goes on and on. So I thought, what better way to get the answer than to ask the kids themselves? So I went to our middle school library and I got the 10 most circulated books for this month. These are the books that the kids are checking out, so it's the books that they want. I'm going to go through each of them individually and you'll have ideas for the perfect present. Now, some of them they may have already read, maybe one or two, but most of them are books in a series. So even if they've read the first few, then you still are able to buy them 3, 4. Some of these books go all the way up to 10 or 12 books. So you've got a safe bet that they haven't read all of them. But again, these are just ideas for that present under the tree or that perfect stocking stuffer.
Number 10 on our most circulated books is Astronaut Academy Re-Entry by Dave Roman. This follows the main character, Hakata Soy, in a high-octane, hilarious follow-up to his quirky Astronaut Academy Zero Gravity. Number 9 on our list comes from the New York Times bestselling team Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. They invite readers to come hang out with them in their 104-story treehouse, which used to be a 91-story treehouse, but they decided there were still a few things missing. This is the 8th book in the illustrated chapter book series. My stepdaughter, who's in 5th grade, loves it. I highly recommend you pick this one up. Number 8, 5 Worlds, The Red Maze. This is the 3rd installment in the 5 Worlds sci-fi graphic novel series by brothers Mark and Alexis Siegel. It is a stunningly illustrated story that follows 3 talented children from diverse backgrounds as they continue their quest to light 5 ancient beacons and save various planets from overheating. Number 7, The Underground Abductor, which is the 5th book in the Hazardous Tale series by Nathan Hale. This particular book follows Araminta Ross, who was born a slave in Delaware in the early 19th century. Many of us know her better when she changed her name to Harriet Tubman. But this is an incredible story of her true life, and it's got also the humor and sensitivity that Hale has shown in every one of his Hazardous Tales books. It's really great also for reluctant readers. As an English teacher, it's sometimes hard to get those lower level kids interested in reading, and this one wins them every single time. Number 6 comes to us from internationally best-selling author Rick Riordan. It is from Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Titan's Curse. However, this is the graphic novel, which middle grade school kids love. They are constantly asking for more of them. He didn't go wrong with creating this into a graphic novel because, like I said, they eat those alive. All of Riordan's books are in high demand with the middle grade kid, but now that it's become this graphic novel, it's even bigger. Number 5 is from Max Bray, The Last Kids on Earth, The Zombie Parade. Now this is number 2 in this illustrated series, and I personally have not read this book, but I asked my kids about it, And they said that it's one of their top favorite, mostly because you don't get a lot of horror books for kids this age that are appropriate. And this is one of those ones that is. It does have, some like fighting type scenes with a little bit of blood here and there, but nothing too bad. And so kids today are really craving those horror books. And this is one, if you have a horror lover at home, but you kind of struggle with finding something, again, that's appropriate, this is going to be a good pick for them. Number 4 on our top 10 list is an absolute classic for middle grade kids. It is Diary of a Wimpy Kid by Jeff Kinney. Now, if you haven't seen these, or maybe your kid hasn't brought one home, it is a novel that is in cartoons, a lot like that graphic novel, which I said previously, kids love those. They really eat them up. So this would be a perfect gift for them. If they've already read this particular one, because the one that's circulating on our list is the first in the series, but believe me, there are many, many more. They also come in box sets. You can get those anywhere, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart. I will have links to be able to purchase those, but if they have some of them, again, there's just so many more, and this would be a perfect gift for them to add to their collection. Number 3 on our list is Babymouse Heartbreaker, which is number 5 in the series of these books, and it is by Jennifer L. Holm and Matthew Holm. This is another one of those graphic novels, again, that those kids just eat up. This series is also extremely popular with girls. They are very rarely available in the library. And also what's really cool is there's a Spanish version. So this is going to be a perfect gift if you have a girl middle grade kid at home. We have made it to number 2 on our list, which is very exciting. It comes from graphic novel star Kazu Kibishi. It is from the Amulet series, which I can attest to is a extremely popular series with kids. This one is The Stonekeeper. It follows 2 just kind of normal, ordinary kids on a life or death mission where they get to go to a world of terrible eating demons. There's a mechanical rabbit, a giant robot. It's got those kind of elements, like I mentioned earlier, that have that splash of horror, which kids are really craving these days. So if you want to find something for that horror lover in your life that also loves a big adventure, this is a perfect mixture of those and would be any kid's dream to find that under the tree this year. Here we are, number 1. This is numero uno for the top 10 most circulated books this month. It's The Wolf Wilder by Catherine Rundle. It also offers kids illustrations in it as well. So again, that is something that kids today are just craving and can't get enough of. I am going to read the book description because it's just that awesome and deserves to be read. So here you go. Theodora and her mother live in the snowbound woods of Russia in a house full of food and fireplaces. 10 minutes away in a ruined chapel lives a pack of wolves. Theodora's mother is a wolf wilder, and Theo is a wolf wilder in training. A wolf wilder is the opposite of an animal tamer. It is a person who teaches tamed animals to fend for themselves, and to fight and to run, and to be wary of humans. When the murderous hostility of the Russian army threatens her very existence, Theo is left with no option but to go on the run. What follows is a story of revolution and adventure about standing up for the things you love and fighting back. And of course, wolves. So this book offers a really great message for kids. It's also got a really rich setting for them to be able to visualize. It's going to be a number 1 pick for them this season.